Hello everyone, hope you guys are all having a good Tuesday. It's May 12th, 2020, of course. And I'm here today, so today we have kind of some stuff we haven't talked about in a while. We have a potential tropical disturbance in the Atlantic. So we're going to be looking at that, and we're going to be looking at the severe weather, because we do have a severe weather outbreak, maybe, potentially tomorrow. Yes, please subscribe, leave a like, and comment. And I will be leaving the link to Man Andrew's Discord at Called Active Weather down below. You guys can join that and talk to us on voice chat, or just Magnus talk. Let's get started here. So first, we're going to be looking at the potential tropical disturbance. So in the next 5 days, we have a 70% chance of development. A broad area of low pressure is expected to develop late this week or early into the weekend, a couple 100 miles north of the Bahamas. Environmental conditions appear conducive of I forgot which word that is. I know how to say it. Development of the system in a subtropical gradual. Okay, kind of forgot how to say it. Development of the system in a subtropical depression or storm is likely to form this weekend while it moves northeastern over the western Atlantic. The next special tropical weather outlook on the system will be issued at 9 a.m. Wednesday or earlier if necessary. Formation chance 48 through 48 hours is 0 because low pressure hasn't even really formed yet. And formation chance in the next 5 days is 70%. So let's go ahead and look at that on tropical tidbits here. Let's move regions to the Atlantic because this is where it's happening. So you need just do the whole. This looks a good one. So, all right, so we go till tomorrow. We don't really see anything going on, but Friday afternoon we can kind of see a weak low pressure. What did I just do? Okay. Wait a second. Yeah, okay, so we can kind of see a weak low pressure, about 1,010 millibars coming together late Friday and very early Saturday morning. But by later Saturday morning, or later Saturday afternoon, it's already at 1,005, and we can see maybe a potential tropical cyclone. We can see it's probably going to form in this area here. That's where I would say about. I kind of agree with the National Hurricane Center. 1,005 millibars to the east of Georgia and to the east of Florida, South Carolina, North Carolina. You can see it gets a little bit stronger in the Sunday at night, 1,001. Then Monday it strengthens to 995 as it moves into the Atlantic, and it might eventually kind of move around and maybe at the northeast. But yes, this might become a tropical depression, maybe a tropical storm. I'm not expecting anything like a very strong tropical storm or anything higher than that at this time, but we will have updates on that. But now, let's move on to the severe weather. So tomorrow, the SPC has finally issued an enhanced risk in portions of Texas and Oklahoma right there. And a slight risk going all the way up to southern Nebraska and Kansas. And we can kind of see the ring of fire looking things starting to come out because we see the marginal risk extends into Illinois right there. Tornado threat, 5%. So what that means, because we only have a 5% tornado threat, is as of right now, we are not live streaming unless there's something big actually happening. We're not going to be streaming. But I can probably say there's a 75% chance that by tomorrow morning, they're going to have a 10% risk for tornadoes or a 10% significant, which is the black hatched area, and 10%. So I can pretty much say we're probably going to have a live stream tomorrow, but don't be surprised if we do not. But yes, so wind threat tomorrow is 30%, and there is a 15% significant hail threat. The enhanced risk has been issued for wind and not hail. Now for Thursday, we finally have the outlook out. We have a marginal risk going all the way down to Texas through Oklahoma up to Indiana. We do have a slight risk in portions of Kansas, a little bit of extreme southeastern Iowa, central Missouri, and portions of central and west central Illinois. Sorry, this is 15%. Yes. So that's for Thursday. Now let's actually get looking at this. So we're going to be looking at let's get the models here. So for tomorrow, we're going to be looking at the NAM3KM now. Now I want to zoom in on that enhanced region, maybe the central U.S. Yeah, this will work. Okay, so we go out here. This is tomorrow afternoon. We start to see some storms get going at around 00Z. Actually, I want to use composite reflectivity. Sorry, I keep changing, but trying to get this going. So about 18Z, we kind of see some showers kind of by the Lubbock area to the south of Amarillo. And we see in the afternoon, this is the evening now at about 7 p.m. No, this is actually about 5 p.m., sorry. We see Amarillo. We see some storms by you to the south by Lubbock. We see some storms. And these could be severe, and they could even maybe produce a tornado. And as we move later, it's 7 p.m. now, we see they kind of form into like a few little lines, but they could have produced some tornadoes and maybe some small hail. And if we can get any discrete cells, we have a discrete cell up here by Woodward. I'm just surprised if one of those does produce a tornado. That could be a little bit stronger than what the line could produce. And we see by 3Z, the line goes through Oklahoma City. It's about to hit Ardmore, Oklahoma, and it went through Wichita Falls. As we go later, we kind of see it fizzles out, and then we see Thursday. Well, for Thursday, we're going to move sectors here in a second. But let's go ahead and look at Wednesday, because Wednesday's the day happening tomorrow. I want to look at meant to click Cape here. There we go, Cape. I want to look at Cape for tomorrow. So tomorrow afternoon, Cape is still looking very good. See almost 4,000 joules per kilogram right there to the east of Lubbock and Amarillo. I kind of can imagine, I think we're going to see a dry line set up, kind of situated right here. To the east of that, maybe on the dry line, I think we're going to see the storm fire up. We can see the Cape. We can kind of see these storms by the evening hours. It took a sounding for some reason. Wait. They're going to be eating through a little bit of the Cape because we go out, you can see these big, we're going to be eating through a lot of the Cape, but you can see these big outflow boundaries hurting making no Cape. But we can see in front of that, we still have around 3,000, almost 3,500 in some areas of Cape. And if we couldn't get any isolated cells going on up here, I won't be surprised if those go a little bit, maybe tornadic. Yeah, we go so we see that. And we can see that Cape kind of fizzles out as we go into the evening hours, but there's still a little bit to the south. But in Oklahoma, there's not much anymore. Maybe a little bit in Kansas, though. Also, we could see something in Kansas form, too. I think that's going to be kind of a second area, maybe of concern for some individual cells. Now let's take a look at, real quick, we're going to take a look at I'm trying to find it. SIGTOR. I want to look at SIGTOR real quick. This is something I like to use, but I don't like to take it too. Okay, so significant tornado parameter doesn't mean that if you have like a 3, it doesn't mean there's going to be a weak tornado. When you have like a 4, it's going to be like a strong tornado. It's kind of just a parameter to tell you if the conditions are better for a tornado or not. So you see where we have those discrete cells up in Kansas. There was actually, in maybe northern Oklahoma, there could be some decent stuff. But to the south here in Texas, we only see about 3.5 in some areas. So that's why I see why they only have a 5% out in the SPC. And yeah, now let's talk about Thursday, because Thursday could also be a decent day. This is trying to find a good sector. I think we're just gonna. I don't think we're gonna zoom in. Let's go back to the national continental U.S. Or there we go. So Thursday, let's look at what's gonna happen. So let's go to composite reflectivity. All right. So we had a confirmed tornado in Texas today. We go out to Wednesday, we see those fire up. You can see maybe a discrete cell right there. Maybe it's some discrete cells. I think those could be tornadic. We go out to Thursday. We see Thursday morning in the area of the slight risk, kind of build the slight risk out for you guys. It's in like this area. Maybe like that. Slight risk is like that. So we go to Thursday afternoon. We can kind of see maybe some storms kind of getting going by the south of Kansas City, but right around the evening hours, we kind of see it get going, or 5 p.m., maybe 6, we kind of see it getting going in Iowa, maybe northern Illinois, northern Missouri. But then we see in the evening hours, we kind of see, right now we see kind of I keep saying that, we have a band of maybe a squall line going through northern Illinois. And we see northern Missouri hasn't been hit too hard yet, but portions of eastern Kansas have. As we go later, we see maybe some supercells in Missouri and western Illinois right there where they had the slight risk. I think where they had the marginal for this area, I agree with them. I think it's mainly a wind threat, maybe an embedded tornado, but I think the supercell threat is in this area where there could be some stronger tornadoes. And we see as we go later, it kind of turns itself into a line. That moves south, where they have they do have the marginal in Oklahoma. I see why. Let's take a look at Cape for Thursday. It's something we need. So Thursday afternoon, we see again we have plenty of Cape. The highest Cape is actually in Oklahoma. Look at it, we have almost 5,000, but there's a cap out there. That's why there could be some storms in this area. I would not be surprised if they could, some of these storms in Oklahoma could produce 1 to maybe 3 tornadoes, but I think that the highest area, the best shear and stuff is in Missouri and western Illinois, and maybe a little bit of Kansas. We see Thursday afternoon, we do have some decent Cape, kind of peaking out around 2,500 in a lot of areas. So yes, see why only that. Yeah, that they don't have the slight risk further east because probably Cape, and it's mainly going to be a wind threat. And down here they don't have it because of the cap. Yeah, so we see that. But take a look at Sigtor here. Significant tornado parameter. Look at this a while. Thursday, it's decent in a lot of areas, but maybe right to the south of Kansas City there could be something. Okay, so I gotta do something here. We're gonna look at let's go to college and do COD here. Sorry, I never loaded this tab, but we're gonna load it here. Let's go to numerical models, NamNest. Take a look at the south first. So this is something I like on their NamNest model. They have UD helicity swaths. Now I like this because it kind of tells you where the best helicity is going to be inside of the storm. So you can see throughout Wednesday, you see the highest helicity storms just had the best updrafts and stuff. They're kind of here in eastern Texas into southwestern Oklahoma. So we can say that there could be the best tornado threat will probably be in this area, the 5% area. And I agree with that. That's where I put the 5%, which is where those high UD helicity is. Now let's move up to the Midwest for Thursday. See what this model is saying. Let's go to UD helicity swaths. Here we go. So Thursday, we see the highest UD helicity swaths. We see some decent ones across Illinois, or not as high as on Wednesday. We can still see them back there, but so we do have some good UD helicity to the south of Kansas City. So I think some of the cells down there may produce a tornado. Some might produce one in central Missouri, and there could be a chance of something here in western Illinois. Not here in western Illinois, but in western Illinois. Supercell composite for Thursday. It's decent. It's actually the highest right in kind of to the south of Andrew, kind of by, I think it's Springfield. In the south of Kansas City, we have decent numbers of about 10. But yeah, that'll wrap up this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please subscribe. And we'll have another update tomorrow. We might even have a live stream tomorrow. But yes, peace out.